In the last two videos, we discussed about how to save money for your specific goals and how to create savings as a habit. This is a savings and investing series. So today we're going to be talking about investments. Mutual funds are the best asset class available out there. You might say, why? Because if your money is lying in savings account, inflation will eat up all your money. In fixed deposits and recurring deposits as well, the returns are very low, as good as negligible. In case of stock, that is a stock market, if you're directly buying equity of companies, that is a great investment provided you have the expertise, you have the time, you know the correct price at which the stocks are to be bought. Considering that this expertise is not very easily available, mutual funds are considered to be the best asset class. But how do mutual funds actually work? In case of mutual funds, first, a pool of money is made. How is this pool collected or made? People like you and me, we invest money in this pool. We put money on a monthly basis in this pool. There is someone called as a fund manager. This fund manager decides where this money is to be invested, in which stock is to be invested, if it is to be invested in the debt market. Decisions of investing all that money are taken by the fund manager. So on the basis of the professional expertise of the fund manager, this money is actually invested. But the question remains, how do you actually choose a mutual fund? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the parameters that I generally use when I'm selecting a mutual fund, because there are several funds available out there and that might be confusing for a lot of people. Before I get into the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it keeps me motivated to make good content. There are three types of funds that are generally available for you to choose from. There are equity funds, there are debt funds, and there are hybrid funds which consist of equity and debt both. Equity funds are high risk as compared to debt and hybrid funds. It is when the mutual fund directly invests money in the equity of other companies, that is, in the stock of public listed companies. Debt funds are as compared to equity funds are low risk funds, and hybrid funds are of moderate risk, and the fund manager in case of hybrid funds will invest some money in the debt market and some money in the equity market. In this video, I'm going to be specifically covering equity funds. Although I'll mostly be talking about the parameters of how you should choose a fund, I would push all the young people to invest in equity funds. Although they are high risk, at least 30 to 40% of your savings can be invested in equity funds. So let's see what are the parameters on the basis of which you should choose a mutual fund. Before I get into the parameters, a disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. So I'm going to be just telling you the parameters, but there's this app that I use called Paytm Money and a lot of information is available on the app. So I'm going to just show you on what basis can you actually choose, or on what basis can you actually decide a mutual fund. Please note that whatever factors I'll be showing, I'm not going to be telling you which fund you have to choose, but I'm going to be telling you how to choose a fund, right? So let's see. Before we begin with the parameters, you need to know the difference between large cap, mid cap and small cap funds. Large cap funds, mutual funds that are investing in blue chip companies, big companies, large cap companies, the risk as compared is less. Mid cap funds are funds that are investing in mid cap companies, the risk is moderate. Whereas small cap funds are funds that are investing in small companies in the market, so the risk is very high. So before you're choosing on the basis of the parameters that I'm going to tell you, you need to take a decision as to whether you want to go for a large cap fund or a mid cap fund or a small cap fund. Based on your risk profile and the duration of your investment, you can take this decision. The first parameter is performance of a fund. Performance of a fund means the returns that the fund has been providing to its investors. This return is to be seen over the last 3 years or the last 5 years. These returns can be seen in the form of absolute returns or compounded annual growth rate. Always remember, Compounded annual growth rate will give you a better picture of how the fund has been performing. So it's better to go with CAGR and not absolute return. When you're deciding which mutual fund to choose, always check how the fund has been performing. A compounded annual growth rate anywhere between 12 to 16% means the fund has been performing well. So that is how you can decide whether or not to choose that fund. The second parameter that I generally go for is the portfolio of the fund. This fund is investing in which companies and which sectors. So if I am really interested in that sector, I generally see what is the allocation, how much percentage of the mutual fund is going in that particular sector. And then I dive down deep to check which are the companies this fund is investing in. Is there any of the companies that I believe in, or that I have been fond of, or that I know that it's a good company? It gives me a good picture of whether or not I like the investments of the fund. So in this manner, I can be more in control of the fund that I'm choosing. So when you're comparing two funds, you should dive down deep and check which are the sectors or the companies in which each of these funds are invested and what is the percentage of these investments. The third factor that you can check is what is the cash ratio, cash holding. How much percentage of cash holding does a mutual fund have? Generally, if there is some percentage of cash holding, it means that the fund is a little conservative. Frankly, in times where you don't know how the market is reacting, it's okay to be a little conservative. So even if the fund has cash holding from 1 to 6%, I generally prefer it because that means that the fund manager is not taking risk unless it's absolutely necessary. Another important factor that can be seen is expense ratio. What is the expense ratio of the fund? Expense ratio indicates how much is the fund spending, and a lower expense ratio would mean that there's more money available for investors. So you should always prefer a lower expense ratio, but if the difference is not much, right? So if you're talking about a mutual fund with expense ratio of 0.9% and an expense ratio of say 1.2 or 1.3%, this cannot be your only parameter to decide that you should go for a fund with 0.9 expense ratio. You have to see other factors as well. Another parameter that should be checked before you choose a mutual fund is the exit load. That is, when you exit the mutual fund, when you redeem the mutual fund, when you want to discontinue, will you be charged any money? Most of the funds have a condition that if you redeem within 12 months, 1% or a little more than that may be charged to you as exit load. So it's necessary before you choose a fund, you decide whether you're investing in it for the short term or long term, and if it is either short term or long term, what is the span that you're looking at? Another parameter, although not very important but can be looked at, is a fund manager. So you can check or you can view the profile of the fund manager to see who he or she is, how many schemes or funds are handled by them, and what is the experience. They say that even if a fund has been performing well for 10 years, if the fund manager changes, the past performance will not have any relevance. Why? Because the new fund manager will take new decisions, and based on those new decisions, you will get your returns. Although not mandatory, it's good to check who the fund manager is. So all in all, what are the factors that you need to see? First, whether are you investing in a large cap, mid cap or a small cap fund? You have to see the performance of the fund. You have to see the portfolio of the fund. Where is the fund investing? In which companies? In which sector? You have to see if there's any cash that the fund is holding. You have to see the expense ratio of the fund. You can see who the fund manager is and find out a few details. Once you've done this research, I can assure you that you will be in a position to say that I am investing in a good fund, a fund that is well researched. So when you decide to choose a mutual fund, don't forget to use all these factors, and I'm sure these factors will definitely help you. If you have any question that you have while you're choosing a mutual fund or in general, please ask me in the comment section down below and I will be happy to answer the question. My name is Nikita and I'll see you guys in the next one.